Now on to cancel culture, and let's get through this quickly, shall we? I would like to request permission to be wrong and to say things that you might not agree with. Is that okay? Please, I hope it is. Comment down below if that's okay. My intention is to challenge people in this particular space to be better. I want to show you my thoughts, share with you my thoughts, and insights. And I want to give you examples of how you can improve. So I'm talking about cancel culture, but I'm not getting up here to cancel anyone. What qualifies anyone to cancel someone else? I don't know. But regardless, I'm trying to enlighten you to some extent, and not from the point of view that I know everything, because I know almost goose egg. That doesn't mean that my thoughts don't matter, and my observations, I think, are astute in nature, and you're gonna want to hear this, hopefully. Going back to the motives and thoughts, the intentions that we were carrying through. I'm not some secret insider plant from an established organization meant to improve the image of ostracized people in the spotlight. I'm just a normal person who knows words and has an analytical mind. And quite frankly, the state of affairs in the YouTube world especially, and elsewhere, is borderline alarming. So I understand that those of you aware of the importance of being able to hear opinions different from your own, I'm aware that you will stick around. I am trying my best to see all sides of the situation at all times. Understand that I'm also not going to walk on eggshells just to appease the self-appointed gatekeepers of cancel culture. Hi, how are ya? And if you're taking notes, or if you were thinking about taking notes, now would be a great time. Here are some words: diversification, longevity, investors, venture capital, multiple streams of income. Understand, before we get into this, that there's a difference between Patreon and venture capital. Am I wrong? If you want to get the attention of people with a lot of capital in the business space, then you should be prepared to adapt. And here is your invitation to do that from a totally random person, me. Coco Mac in the flesh. Because I'm tired of these weak MCs, you know? I'm peeved. Marginally peeved. Right, so I'm seeing a trend of people spending their time just to say the same thing the last drama channel or tea spilling channel said. So I'm getting this cycle of regurgitation of biased information that I'm not here for, okay? So if you're gonna do that, mix it up a little bit. Do you mind? I get some offenses are absolutely cancelable, and I agree that people should totally be held accountable. But am I missing where there's a rubric that outlines what's cancelable and what's not? If someone wants to make one, I really would appreciate it, but I'd appreciate it even more if you unironically asked for people's input. Like, you should seriously want some input. People in the spotlight, there's somebody in the queue waiting to take your place, quite frankly. Not necessarily me, but hi, yeah, I'd gladly step in and do what you're not doing if that meant one less algorithmic push to a regurgitation of a biased drama report, okay? And this isn't even about drama. I really don't care to concern myself with that type of talk. I think people should make mistakes, and I think when people make really big mistakes, There should be a road to redemption, okay? And I am a little bit disappointed that there's like a level of algorithmic encouragement around this toxicity that is borderline disgraceful, and you're getting monetized to just tear people down whenever there's a story, even if it's a huge stretch, and now you're these algorithm funded, algorithm supported spin doctors. Where's the truth in that? What are your intentions if that's what's happening? Are you motivated only by money? Do you not care if you poison people as long as it pads your pockets? Think about that. And remember, I support you taking initiative and making your voice heard. I just think it's important for you to consider diversification and the potential to diversify and the potential to scale when that's the approach you're taking. These drama channels want to be true to themselves, but I would love to believe that they don't want to poison the minds of the youth. I would hate to think that they don't give a flying, but here's a rhetorical question. Is your hunger for monetary gain so insatiable that you're just looking for the next massive cancellation to be done so that you can load advertising breaks into borderline fake news pieces and hit the view jackpot? Is that what you're really after? 'Cause dig deeper if you are. And if you don't feel like digging deeper or don't feel like you need to, well, enjoy your time in the spotlight while it lasts, because unless you mature in the way you make your arguments and whose livelihoods you choose to attempt to completely obliterate, if you continue on the way things are going, it's not gonna last. Real recognizes real, fakes will be exposed, and that's the tea, sis. The tea has never been hotter on that. Okay? So are your days numbered, or can you think farther in the future? Can you think outside of yourself? Can you consider the other side's perspective? Because, I mean, let's take, for example, this recent Jake Paul reporting. It was extremely biased, okay? I believe Jake Paul, who created Edfluence, created another education-based program, which was called the Financial Freedom Movement. Basically, here's what nobody said. Tai Lopez did the same exact thing. If you took any of Tai Lopez's courses, you would know that Dan Fleischman, who is also in Jake Paul's Financial Freedom set of courses, Dan Fleischman is also a mentor in that program. So, I mean, if it makes you cringe, brace yourself, but Jake Paul and Logan Paul are pioneers in this space, drama channels, okay? So don't forget that. The reason you're able to do what you're doing, to the extent that you're doing it, was made possible by the pioneers of the YouTube space. The people who have, since the jump, done things on faith. They've gone out and built something for which there was no blueprint, okay? There was not a step-by-step guide. So as the Paul brothers have progressed, sure, they've done some hard-to-watch things. Is it not enough that they themselves will acknowledge that? Are they not in the select group of people that are permitted to make missteps? Is it okay that they used to be cringe and now they're trying to branch out and age up and create businesses in a way that sure benefits them monetarily, but also is rooted in good intentions, solid motives, and the thought that they can be better? Like, what about that isn't good enough? Drama channels. I'm really curious because I was so disappointed to see nobody talking about the fact that he's just modeling a set of courses off of Ty Lopez, who, by the way, secured the bag, son. With his set of social media marketing courses and the 67 steps, Ty Lopez can do whatever he wants now. And the worst flack that he got was here in my garage memes and being accused of, double secret affiliations. Not so bad. Now you take someone like Jake Paul, who's doing essentially the same model, talking about what he knows about, and recruiting mentors who are experts in the field to supplement his course and provide information and context on what he's not an expert in. And together, they're creating something that can help people. Because guess what? I went through the school system. I can attest to the fact that it's designed to create workers and cogs in the machine. And is it so bad that they are trying to enlighten people in this respect? Like, do drama channels want people to stay in a box? Or are they just feeling so trapped in the box that they've built for themselves that they want to inspire others to do the same sort of self-limiting cycle? I'm not in agreement with that, and I do believe it can change. Am I a Paul Brothers stan? Haven't always been. But I like them, and I think they're going in a positive direction, to be frank. I mean, they're more transparent than a lot of people, and are they going to do cringe things? Yeah. But if them volunteering to get punched in the face isn't enough for you people, then nothing will be. But it's just like, hey, stop the hate. Because when's the last time any of you charted on Billboard? Please let me know in the comments down below. We do weird things when we're young. Why is that not allowed for a select group of people and then other people it's fine? Again, not to understate the severity of the issue, but can we move on? Is there a road to redemption to the end of this? The answer is there is a road to redemption, and if you don't believe that, if you're not willing to get behind that, if you are gonna discriminate against certain people, if you don't want to believe that there is a road to redemption and that it's okay to make mistakes, then please mute your microphone, because I don't think that sentiment and that standard should be one permeating society's narrative to such an extent. And the fact that it is, and the fact that you're getting paid to do this stuff, it's like, come on. Why? Let people make mistakes. Let people grow. be willing to study things that you don't necessarily agree with. Okay? There's a deeper reason to everything. And if you're canceling people on a whim, and if you're picking and choosing people who you want to tear down, maybe that's not bullying. Maybe that's just you being insecure and you projecting your internal insecurity onto the masses. Well, congratulations, you're doing it successfully, not to me, but to the bullies of the world. And it's unfortunate, and I urge you, cancel culture gatekeepers, in all your self-appointedness, to please try harder. Give people a chance. Anyway, that is about it. And did we touch on everything? No, but we did scratch the surface. Again, motives and thoughts. It's an amazing thing to think about. My motives are to inspire and enlighten and set the tone that I don't think is being set. And maybe I'll never do that, but maybe it'll catch on. I don't know. I feel like I'm approaching this from a healthy point of view, and with the understanding that I am human too. I am going to make mistakes, and I invite you to provide constructive criticism. But I don't invite you to spew hate, and I think you should reevaluate your approach and study. Step back and learn a little about how to make an argument. You know? Book of the day. Book of the day is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Great book. He tells stories from his life and gives very easily applied advice. So advice you can immediately apply to your life is in this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And boy, is he clear. That about wraps it up. This has been the Coco Mac podcast, and please absolutely smash that subscribe button. Check out the links in the description. I encourage you all to be better, and I encourage myself to be better. Is that okay? I'm signing off, but it has really been a pleasure. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you very much. See you next time. Also, artist to watch, St. John. St. John, hailing from Brooklyn, New York. Give him a listen. Let's agree. St. John, his music is fire. All right, over and out. See you next time. Thanks for watching.